Hey, kiddos. So I am just waiting for a bottle of juice to come from, oh, God bless you. Oh, look at this. My husband's a nerd. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, you guys, I am craving juice something awful, so I'm just going to drink straight out of the bottle. I'm just going to keep it with me. Thank you. You're the best. I appreciate it. He also just made me Brussels sprouts.
Are you gonna drink the whole thing?
I might. No, I'm just gonna have a little bit of it, but I'll drink from the bottle. Okay.
Or do you want me to get you a glass?
No.
Okay. Are you gonna say hi to your people?
Yeah. Hi. So if this is your first video and it looks totally captivating, then go ahead and click subscribe. And then also click the bell to get notifications, okay? That's so you can find out about all of our shenanigans as we do them every single day. We don't ever know when we can do them because life is busy, but we do them every day. And they're always going to be like either sales training videos or community building videos or something. It's always going to be something of value. So do make sure that you do hit the bell for notifications. So today what the video is about is when it's okay to break the rules. I wasn't even thinking about this, but case in point, usually the rule is you need a glass, right? Not today, kiddos. All right, so go ahead and ask your questions. I will answer them as I can come to them. Shelly's here. OMG, did I actually make it to a live? You did. Nancy, you did. I don't want to sleep anymore with this new playlist from the group. Listen, Nancy, I love you so much. Nancy just made a playlist for our Gold Getters group, and it's got like all of our amp up music, which now I can start running to at the gym, and I can remember all my peoples while I'm running. I'm so excited about it. Shelly, I always miss them. Oh, Mike's the best. Isn't he the best? Cynthia, OMG, Shelly, I made it live today too. Oh my gosh, all my people are here. Shelly, your people. Yes. Mike's got a strong arm. Shelly, you crazy rule breaker. If you can be trusted with the small things, you can be trusted with more. Boom, pow. Christy, I'm finally catching a live. Man, all the people are here. Sandy, hello. Hi, Sandy. Mike, Nancy rules. Nancy does rule, doesn't she? Shelly, it rocks. We love Nancy. Heck yeah. Oh, Mike, you're awesome. Mike is awesome. Mike's the best. Okay. When's it okay to break the rules, you guys? I have 3 points. Very first point. When it's okay to break the... Oh, I love you all. We love you, Nancy. When we break the rules, when's it okay to break the rules? When you know better. So there's an interesting thing that happened. Hey, Jessica, finally catching the live. Boom. So good to have you here. When you know better is when is an okay time to break the rules. So whenever I was in corporate America for a long time, whenever I was there were rules you simply couldn't break, but it didn't feel in ethical alignment with me. But I couldn't choose my own. This was one of the reasons that I started my own digital marketing agency whenever I left corporate America, is because I could not champion the things that they were telling me, right? That I had to tell customers. I couldn't champion those things. And what I mean by champion is carry that message on and act like it was a right message. If it doesn't ethically align with you, if it doesn't feel right to you, you should not have to do that thing. It does not make sense. So when we have our own businesses, you guys, when we do our own stuff, we can make our own choices. Now, that being said, whenever we're in a structure like network marketing provides, for those of you that are watching from a network marketing background, whenever we're in a structure that network marketing provides, there's a natural upline situation. And sometimes that is misconstrued as a boss situation. Sometimes it's misconstrued that your upline is your boss. First of all, let's squash that real quick. Your upline is not your boss. Okay. Just like your upline does not need to give you all of the opportunities in the world, we need to make our own way. We have our own businesses. They're also not your boss. Okay. So if you are being told something, like maybe you have to teach classes, but it doesn't feel in alignment with what you do or what you think, it doesn't feel right to you, then, and they have these rules set forth, then break the rules. Does it make sense for you in your heart, in your soul? Does it make sense for you to be doing that? You guys, if it doesn't make sense for you, if it is not in alignment, you will not be able to sustain that activity. I do not care who you are. You will not be able to sustain it. So don't even try to cross your own soul with that, right? If they're telling you to do something and you do not feel in alignment with it, break the rules. Don't do what they tell you to do. Say, hey, listen, I appreciate you showing me the opportunity. Also, I'm going to do this on my own. Thank you so much. And then exit stage left, right? And do your own thing and do it like a boss, okay? Break the rules when it is not ethically in alignment with you or just doesn't feel right to you, then don't do it. Don't let somebody make you feel less than, like you are their underling, okay? Don't allow that, you guys. We are all divine beings, right? We are all doing our thing. We are all reaching people with our message, and we are all helping the collective. Do not let somebody's ego trip, right? That's essentially what it is. Do not let somebody's ego trip hurt you in the process and then hurt all of the people that you were intended to help by not being able to help them because you couldn't do it their way. Break the rules. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go to my second point. Let me know if you have any questions with that. Nancy, not if your integrity is compromised. 100%. Gratitude bomb. Yes. Cindy, yay, caught you love. Hey, Cindy. Shelly, no. I look at my boss in the mirror every morning. Boom, pow. Cindy, mic drop. Nancy, squashed. My integrity is my boss. Boom. Shelly, get on your box, lady. Listen, I didn't have a soapbox today, so that was it. Nancy, I'm a corruption disruptor with a whistle. Boom, I like that. Susan, yes, we are feeling it, friends. We are feeling it. Next point. When is it okay to break the rules? When no one is hurt. When it doesn't make a difference to anybody. If somebody is hurt in the process of if you're deciding whether you're going to break a rule or not, if someone's hurt in the process, that's the first filter you go through. If you're hurting somebody, don't do it, right? That's like a number one filter. Is this going to hurt anybody in the process? No. And when I say hurt, I do not mean hurting someone's ego, okay? Our egos are very, fragile, right? If you're hurting somebody's ego, that's actually something else. That is their business. But I mean, like hurting somebody in the process. If you're doing that, then make sure that you don't break the rules, right? If it requires hurting somebody. Jessica, OMG, yes. Oh, soapbox. Mike just put soapbox stuff. Jessica, OMG, yes. I've been told to do classes. I've done them, but with little response. But my upline does push the classes a lot. But she's so successful that I thought it was the way to go. That's the thing. And God bless them. They don't mean harm. They're trying to help you be successful as well, but they don't understand the bigger picture. They don't understand that what brought them success is not the only way to succeed. And that's the only thing, is they don't understand that, okay? So it's okay to take a different route and say, you know what? That was great for you, okay? That was awesome for you. For me, I'm going to do this. And I don't say never teach classes at all. I mean, after your members are already signed up, yeah, there's soft education. There's making sure they understand what's available to them. That's a good class to have. I just don't teach classes to bring people in. That being said, there are some people, probably Jessica, like your upline, that are amazing at teaching classes. I am not one of them. So I am a member of the Underdog Academy. I am a member of, listen, that didn't work for me. I figured something else out. So now let's do this. And let's do it really well. Let's do it better than people that teach classes. I don't know. I'm getting a little saucy now. I'm getting a little saucy right now. So, Amy, what if our upline gives us a place to do classes? I don't know. If you're still not feeling the classes, don't do the classes. It doesn't matter where you are, or that, none of that matters. If it's not your thing to do classes, then don't do it. Doesn't matter what criteria is around you. That's not going to change the fact that medium of how you convey information is not going to be successful for you. So that doesn't matter. Cynthia, my upline said today that she thought I was wrong about doing it online, but she now sees that for me, that will be the best way to do this. Everyone on here right now and later and all the way into the future, everybody read Cynthia's message. I'm reading it again. My upline said today that she thought I was wrong about doing it online, but she now sees that for me, that will be the way to do this. They can't see it until they see it, you guys. They can't. This is a mic, and I'm dropping it over and over. They can't see it until they see it. They don't have a file for that, if that makes sense. Like, you know how people can't understand something unless they've seen it before. They don't have a file for it. They can't hearken back to, okay, so this is what that looked like. They don't know what it looks like. Okay. So that's what she's seeing now. She's seeing it modeled. So when we model that behavior, they can be like, oh, that's what that looks like. Oh, okay. Well, I see how that could work. They just didn't see it before. They couldn't see it before. They didn't know, right? I love that. Thank you, Cynthia. Shelly, there are as many ways to build this business as there are people building this business. Amen to that all day. Nancy, question, how do we confront folks that don't understand that? I don't confront folks. I'm actually not a very confrontational person. Whenever I sense confrontation is necessary, I go over all of my options to not do that. I'm like, I don't want to have that conversation, right? I think that being said, the only time that I ever have that confrontational conversation is somebody has to approach me. Somebody has to approach me first. So if somebody comes to me and says, hey, you should really be doing classes, I would be like, I don't agree with you. And that's all. Because that's all that's necessary. What are they going to do? Fire you? What are they going to do? You know, you're still they have nothing to do with your income. They have nothing to do with your income. Okay. We have everything to do with our income. You are not going to keep me small by making me do something that does not serve my personality, that does not serve who I am. You don't have that right. Okay. Now, would I get that saucy with them? Absolutely not, unless it were necessary, which typically it's not, I would say, but that's the idea. Like, if you're going to continue to tell me to do something that is completely outside who I am, I mean, I appreciate your feedback. That's like the corporate messaging, right? Thank you so much for your feedback. And then walk the other way. That's pretty much it. Angie, LOL, the big bottle is out, and all-nighter. Man, it is. Yeah. We're drinking Ningxia straight from the bottle tonight. Susan, upline got offended because she is not open-minded. It's all good. And then she'll get to see. That's the thing. Like, again, I'm not being like, I'm a little bit saucy right now because I am saucy for the underdogs, right? Like, I am saucy for the people that have been told to do something that just is not in their character, right? You can't be successful trying to do something that is not in your character. So I do get a little saucy when it comes to the underdogs, right? But but they're not. I don't believe that anybody is actually maliciously saying do this and do that, because it serves them for you to be successful. So I don't believe that they're being malicious. They're just being short-sighted and they just don't know. So yeah, if they get upset, it's probably an ego thing. Whatever, that's fine. You'll see that this works, and then whatever. She doesn't own your business. Nobody else owns your business. Nancy, but how will you help them understand your ways? We just leave it and let them continue to do the same with others. Oh, okay. Well, okay. So now we're getting into interpersonal communication, right? So you can't make anybody do anything. You can paint pictures for people. You can tell them how they're making you feel by what they're saying, but you can't make anybody do anything. So what you might want to do, if you're trying to change the outcome for other people, which is what it sounds like. This sounds like a very Joan of Arc energy question, which I love. If you're trying to like sort of save other people from the guillotine, essentially, of do this, what I would do is I would let them know how that made me feel. First of all, like, listen, you actually made me feel like I couldn't do this business. And the only reason I'm continuing to do this business is because I found this other way. So please understand that that is what came across. Call out the elephant in the room. Say it. Say the words. That's my suggestion. Cynthia, oh, and she said that I will be diamond before her by doing it this way. And there it is. And you will. And you will. Because this does not require a whole lot, right? Oh, man, I love it. Shelly, you can wave at them as you walk diamond stage. Amen. Susan, thank you for helping us all know this is our business. Listen, this is my lane. This is what I do. We all need freedom in our own business, right? We deserve this 100%. Okay. And then the last point, you guys, if anybody had any more questions, go ahead and put them in there. Last point is, when is it okay to break the rules? When the rule is coming from a place of ego. So I've talked about it a couple of times already. When the rule is coming from a place of ego. So the person that is telling you the rule maybe was successful in a certain way, and they may have like their own swagger about them, and they're like, no, you got to do it like this. You got to do it like that. Da, 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 da. That's ego. That's ego. Okay. That's self-importance. That's them needing you to do it their way because they need to feel better about their way. They are trying to inflate their own self-importance. Okay. It's not our job to inflate somebody else's self-importance. It's our job to take care of ourselves. We cannot be like sacrificing our own self-worth to inflate someone else's self-importance. That's gross. It's gross. And some leaders do it, and I don't even think they realize they're doing it. Again, I always like to assume positive intent. I don't think they realize they're doing it, but man, is it really detrimental to an entire team whenever somebody says, you got to do it like this. Even with my team, you guys, I don't say you got to do it like this. I have a proven method, right? That is duplicating over thousands of people. You will never hear me say, you got to do it like this. You'll hear me say, listen, this is what works for most people. You want to go ahead and do it? That's awesome. If you find another way that works for you, then that's awesome. It's whatever. I show them my way, of course, because I'm here. I may as well show them my way. But I do not say you've got to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, you like can't be on my team or something, right? Or you can't be in something. That's not at all what we do. Okay. And whenever you have people telling you you have to do things from a place of ego, break those rules quick, fast, and in a hurry, right? Break those rules, because those rules are going to suffocate you. They're going to suffocate you. They are the cement block that will take you to the bottom of the ocean, right? Don't let that happen. Do not exist to serve someone else's ego. Don't do it. Don't do it. We've got too big of a job and a mission to do to have any time for someone else's ego. Nancy, their ego is not your amigo. Amen to that. Amen to that. Okay, you guys, let me know what questions you have. I'm going to drink some more juice. I love that you guys are all on here. Seriously, I love it. Shelly, way a lot of truth bombs in that bottle of Ningxia tonight. Yes. I love Ningxia, you guys. Have we ever talked about that? Do I have a Ningxia mustache? I certainly do. Have we talked about how much I love this juice? This is like it's like my buddy, right? It's like my buddy. I love this stuff. Nancy, lots of clarity with this. Good. That's it. It's like life lesson stuff, right? It's like, that's my favorite thing, you guys, about Young Living in specific. And I know that there are other network marketing people and other business people that watch these videos, but I don't care. The thing that I love about Young Living in specific is it requires us to be the best versions of ourselves to be successful. Isn't that the coolest thing on the planet? Isn't it cool that we actually are required to do the self-development in order to, and Shelly touched on this the other day in a post, we're required to do the self-development in order to even be successful or hold that success. You can get really successful really fast and then lose it all if you lack self-worth, right? Shelly, I might have been known to hide Ningxia packets from my family so I can have extra now and again. I think a lot of people on my team do that also. That I'm pretty sure that happens. Susan, that message alone was worth the cost of the program. It's so true. It's so true. There's nothing else that I've ever done. And I've worked in grassroots startup businesses to help market them. I've been one. I've worked all the way with like CEO of GoDaddy. I've worked with everything in between. Okay. Like every business in between pretty much. I've worked with thousands of businesses. Okay. And none of them require you to step up to this version of yourself, or they don't have the community that pushes self-development. I guess that's really what it is, because whenever you're running your own business and you have like, brick and mortar place, or if it's an online business, whatever, it's you and you have your blinders on and you don't realize how much self-development is really necessary in order to be successful. You don't realize it. And so then you're not around a community of people that are echoing this to you, right? That are saying like they're talking about their own development that they're doing and things like that. You're just not around that. So you don't realize it. And so you're naturally a better person. And I'm going to say that you're naturally a better person after you begin building your Young Living business. I believe that. That is a truth for me, and it's a truth for everybody that I see around me as well. So that's the truth to me. Just to me. I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me if you believe the same thing. But Cynthia, it's good to hear this. So I make sure that I don't push people to only do it this way. Oh yeah, great, Cynthia, for sure. Susan, it's so freeing. Heck yeah. Shelly, YL is seriously a massive self-development program disguised as an MLM. It totally is. It totally is. I mean, yes, 100% yes. And when do you get to, Susan, yes, I believe it, right? And when do you get to develop yourself in front of all of these people and let them watch you grow, and then they get to grow? And then not only are you growing in front of them, which is absolutely necessary, not only are you growing in front of them, but our products, you guys, our products support our growth, right? to have the clarity of mind, to increase frequency, to like all of these things that you need to grow. YL gives us that. So yeah, it costs $100 a month to be able to cash checks. But with that $100 a month that you're spending, what are you buying? You're buying tools. You're buying things that help you feel good, give you clarity of mind, balance your blood sugar, right? Do all of the things that allow your body and your mind and your soul to do the work necessary. If I were selling Tupperware, I can't do that with Tupperware, right? Like that doesn't feed my soul. But here it's like you spend $100 a month. Yeah, you have to do that in order to cash checks. Sure. Listen, I spend way more than $100 a month. I mean, someday we'll talk about it, but I spend way more than $100 a month. and all of those tools that I get every single month do nothing but help me be the person necessary to push this message right on out into the world. Right? Isn't that cool? Isn't it cool that you don't feel like you're spending $100 to make money? You're going to spend that $100 anyway. Okay. Susan, it's so contagious. It is. Shelly, you know what I'm going to say? We serve people best when we grow in front of them. Amen to that. Susan, self-care. Yes. Y'all, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to snuggle with my baby. I'm going to put on my jammies. And I'm done for the day. I'm checking out and I'm going to, because I have my windows of massive action. This is one of those. And then I'm going to follow it up with a window of chill out and relax and really enjoy that time. So that's what I'm doing. I suggest you guys do the same thing and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, you guys.